Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. 82-year-old farmer found with throat slashed. An 82-year-old farmer was found dead with his throat slashed in Mount Plymouth in East St. Elizabeth on Thursday morning. He is Stanford Baker, otherwise called Ford, who was found by family members. Police said relatives last saw the elderly man about 10 a.m. on Wednesday. Having not seen him Thursday morning, they went in search of him around 9:30 a.m. He was reportedly discovered locked in a shed in his yard. The shed was forced open, and the now deceased was seen in a pool of blood. The police were summoned on their arrival. The lifeless body of the deceased was found lying face down. During the processing of the scene, it was discovered that his throat was cut. The body was later removed and an investigation launched. Says representative murdered in St. James. 37-year-old Jermaine Cormack, otherwise called Theo, a sales representative of Sun Valley Road in St. James, was shot and killed by unknown assailants along Railway Lane in Montego Bay, St. James yesterday morning. Reports from the Montego Bay police are that about 8:40 a.m., Cormack was along the roadway when he was attacked by culprits armed with handguns who opened gunfire hitting him. The police were summoned and upon arrival, Cormack was seen lying in a pool of blood. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Court slaps JDF. The Supreme Court has ruled that the Jamaica Defense Force breached the Defense Act when it discharged one of its non-commissioned officers 4 years ago and ordered that he be reinstated and be paid all emoluments from October 20, 2018 to October 20, 2020. The ruling, stemming from a judicial review granted to Sergeant Gary Lloyd on December 3, 2020, will likely prove costly to the JDF, a military source told reporters on Wednesday. Farmer accused of setting fire to house in Hanover. A farmer has been charged with arson, malicious destruction of property, and possession of a prohibited weapon following an incident in his community in Longwood, Hanover on Friday, December 30, 2022. Charged is 29-year-old Kenroy Garwood, otherwise called Gato. Reports indicated that about 1:30 p.m., Garwood went to the house of a man and allegedly set fire to the dwelling. He then stood outside the house armed with a handgun. The estimated damage as a result of the fire is approximately $60,000. Garwood later turned himself in to the police. Indian charged with breaches of the Firearms Act. Dennis Indian Hall, a 41-year-old construction worker from Dumpolin District, is facing several charges following an incident in Greater Portmore, St. Catherine on Sunday. Reports indicate that about 12:40 a.m., Hall's motor car was searched by the police personnel in his presence, and one Glock pistol with a magazine containing 15 Ford cartridges was found in the glove compartment. He later gave a caution statement to the police as to how he came in possession of the weapon and was subsequently charged on Wednesday. Hall was charged with possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, dealing in prohibited weapon, and removal of serial mark. Hall is scheduled to appear before the gun court on Friday, January 13. 21-year-old farmer accused of fatally stabbing colleague during altercation. A 21-year-old farmer has been charged with murder after reportedly fatally stabbed a colleague on January 2nd. Javier Willis of Mavis Banks in St. Andrew has been charged with the murder of 28-year-old John I. Walker, otherwise called Teddy, also from the same community. Reports are that about 9:27 a.m., Walker and Willis got into an altercation when a knife was brought into play and Walker was stabbed. Walker was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Willis was subsequently arrested and charged. His court date is being finalized. Port C, St. Elizabeth residents against construction of cell tower. Disgruntled residents of Port C in St. Elizabeth yesterday morning mounted roadblocks to protest the presence of cell tower in the community. The project is being undertaken by telecommunication company Flow Jamaica. Dressed in white medical suits, the upset residents used large stones and other debris to block roadways in the area. They say they are upset that their objection to the presence of the cell tower has not been taken seriously by the authorities. According to them, a well-supported 3-page petition was presented to the St. Elizabeth Municipal Corporation, signaling that residents are against the cell tower. The residents say they are concerned about the proximity of the site to their homes and the potential risk associated with its presence. They are calling for action from the authorities. Biker shoots biker in Negril. A bike rider was attacked, shot and injured by another as he drove his motorcycle in Negril, Westmoreland on Wednesday night. The injured man, who is 36-year-old, has since been admitted to hospital, police revealed. Reports reaching reporters indicate that around 7 p.m., the now injured man was driving a motorcycle when he was attacked by a man on another motorcycle who opened gunfire at him. The victim narrowly escaped being shot but fell from his motorbike. He got up and ran but was chased by the gunman, who shot him several times before driving away. The injured man was assisted to hospital, where he was treated and admitted in serious condition. Police, upon processing the scene, found 6 spent shells. No motive has been established for the shooting. Throw away the guns. Do not throw away your life.
One of the first persons arrested under this new law was a 15-year-old. A 15-year-old. As Prime Minister, and I'm sure I can say for the leader of the opposition as well, when we make laws, yes, we want to deter, yes, we want to punish, but we also want to be fair. And we understand the social dynamics in our country. And the truth of the dynamics is that that 15-year-old with a gun could kill. And we have many cases with 15 and 14-year-olds who have killed and are not only charged with possession, but murder. So the society has to draw the line and send a strong signal. But the responsibility of the government doesn't only stop there. The government also has a responsibility to reach to those 15-year-olds, those 14-year-olds who have unlimited access to all kinds of shows on TV that glorify guns, who are misled by gang leaders who hand them the guns. We also have a duty to ensure that they are properly informed not to take up guns. So it is the intention of the government to launch within our schools, starting within our schools, because that is where we can get them all congregated, to get to every classroom in Jamaica. I will be a part of it, to go and visit the schools and explain to the youngsters the consequences of getting involved in gangs and crimes and having guns. No youngster should say, I did not know the consequence. I have tried to use every medium, including the new developing vernaculars, to communicate the danger of possessing an illegal weapon. Now, we will be going face to face, directly, as much as possible, to reach all our youngsters in Jamaica so that they understand. Throw away the gun. Don't throw away your life. The second part of the hardware strategy is that I'm going to need the support of the church in doing a national campaign to change the gun culture in Jamaica. I spoke to you and I told you last year that we're going to come with a new Firearms Act. Last year I was very emotional about the killings that were taking place. And we managed to pass the Firearms Act in November of last year. Already there are over 80 persons who have been arrested for the possession of firearms. That's almost 2 per day. And they are going to be facing a minimum 15 years, up to life.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share,